Hi everyone, it's Gina from Gina K Designs and welcome back to another 5-minute card video. Today I'm going to show you a card that I made using the new Delightful Blooms 4-part layering stencil from the new Autumn Splendor kit. This layering stencil has 4 different parts and each one is labeled at the bottom. It's very easy to see which part you should be using because it's etched right into the stencil. I'm going to begin with the first stencil, but I want to make sure that this piece of paper is secure. So I'm just doing a little roll of washi tape and I'm going to tack this piece of cardstock down onto my scrap paper here. Once I have that in place, I'm going to lay the stencil on top. Now you can use washi tape to hold it down. I'm just going to use my hand to hold it in place. And the first color that I'm going to use is Sweet Mango. Now I'm using a relatively light hand. I'm not going real hard, and I'm a little heavier toward the base of the flower and a little lighter as I work my way out toward the edges of the petals. You get a lot of dimension with the different layers of stencil, but you can also get extra dimension by having light areas and dark areas of the single layers as well. Okay, so now once that's done, I'm going to get my part 2 stencil, and it's very easy to see how to layer this on top. It already looks beautiful with just the stencil on top. I'm going to use the color Tomato Soup for my second layer, and I'm going with pretty much full strength ink here all over this part of the design. I want to give it nice coverage there. And I just love the style of this layering stencil. It's very graphic. Okay, so now I'm going to actually do layer 4 here. I want to do just the insides of those flowers. Now you can do layer 3 next if you want. Layer 3 should have the darker color when it comes to the centers of the flowers. So I'm just doing it in reverse order. I'm doing layer 4 first using some tomato soup. And then I'm going to go on top of it with the next layer, which is layer 3. And I'm going to be using some faded brick for layer 3. You can see it lines up really easily. But again, you can go right in the correct order. I'm just doing this because I feel like it's easier to see the way the colors layer together if I do these two in reverse order. But you can do the dark color first and then do the lighter color on top. It will still look the same. And now you can see what that looks like. I did clean the stencil off there to go to the jelly bean green. You don't have to. You really won't get in the way of the jelly bean green or in the way of that faded brick, but I cleaned it up just so it would look a little bit better on the video. So I'm using Jelly Bean Green. This is, once again, layer 3 of the stencil. I'm using Jelly Bean Green, and I'm just inking that up using a medium hand, not too light of a hand, but I am going a little bit shady on those leaves, so I'm darkening some areas and going a little lighter on other areas. And now I'm putting layer 4 on top, and I'm going to ink that up using fresh asparagus. And I'm going full strength on the ink here, no shading. I'm just doing bright, fresh asparagus ink. It's interesting though, when you're using layering stencils, anytime you're stenciling, even if you're going full strength, you're still going to get a little bit of a shaded look. It looks very airbrushed. And then once that's done, you'll be able to see how beautiful this graphic flower came together. I just love that look. I want to try it with every color combination I have. So I cut that panel out initially with Master Layouts 1, and I mounted it onto the larger rectangle from Master Layouts 1, and then I mounted the whole thing onto a Stormy Sky card base. Now I'm going to add a greeting, and the greeting is from the card kit as well. It's from the Doodle Autumn stamp set. And the words I'm stamping are "a million" because I've die cut the word thanks, and so my greeting will say "thanks a million." I actually die cut 2 of the word the words, and then I used Connect Glue to layer them together to give this whole word a little bit more dimension. It'll pop up just a little higher. And then once I finish using the Connect Glue all over the back of this, I'm going to pop it right over those words, and you can see how pretty that greeting came together. Now, even though this card looks fine just the way it is, I'm going to add just a couple little embellishments in here. So after putting 3 little Connect Glue dots, I'm going to add some of our metallic pearls. So I decided to choose silver. I could have done gold if I had done a warm-toned card base, but I thought the silver pearls looked really nice with that Stormy Sky card base. And so there is my finished card project. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's 5-minute card video, and I hope you'll give this layering stencil set a try. The stencil set is available in the Autumn Splendor card kit, now available at GinaKDesigns.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you again real soon.